Y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. It's Dame time, baby. It's Dame time. Big time Dame time, y'all. Sheesh. Sheesh. That that man. Whoo! Dame Lillard, man. Where do I even start? Let's start with game 4. Game 4 of the Denver Trailblazers series. Damian Lillard only scored 10 points, and I think he was 1 of 10 from the field. Yeah, I had that right. Damian Lillard shot 10% from the field, only making a single 3-pointer the entire night. Played 33 minutes, 10 points. He was 9 for 9 from the free throw line. Or 7 for 7, something like that. And they still won game 4. Thanks to Norman Powell stepping it up. Yusuf Nurkic had a great game. And thanks to Nikola Jokic not really showing up for the game. And neither was anybody else on Denver, really. Michael Porter only had 3 points. Aaron Gordon only had 6. But none of y'all came here to listen about game 4. I just wanted to put that out there. It was a bad game for all the stars in game 4, but game 5, man, Damian Lillard scored 55 points. And even though the Trailblazers still lost that game 2 days ago, that was one of the best playoff performances from a player that I've ever seen in my lifetime. Not ever. I'm not gonna say ever, even though it probably could be up there if we're being real. That could be one of the best playoff performances ever. One of them, not the best, but one of them. And it was backed up by one of the worst supporting cast performances that I've seen. Well, not one of the worst, but it was pretty bad. With Norman Powell shooting 35% from the field, CJ McCollum shooting 31%. Nobody. CJ McCollum is number 2 man, didn't even score 20 points. Obviously, when he scores 55, now everybody else is not gonna score as many points. But when you're his number 2, you gotta show up as his number 2, man. CJ McCollum did not show up that game, and the only people that really showed up was like Robert Covington. Him and Damian Lillard were hitting big time shots at the end. And CJ McCollum hit one shot in the fourth quarter to bring them within 1 point or tie the game, something like that. That was the only big shot that he hit. Otherwise, it was all Dame Lillard and Covington hitting 2 big shots, and Dame Lillard hitting the rest. Because that man was unconscious. Melo didn't show up either. He was like 3-11 for the field. That man was unconscious, man. He just took over. He would just dribble, turn around, jumper, splash, pull up around the screen, a little bit of space, splash. That man, he shot 12 of 17 from 3. Sheesh. Oh man. Now, when you look at Lillard and this performance, a lot of people are gonna try to compare him to Steph, as he should. Steph is one of the best point guards in the league. And he's also going to get a lot of looks and comparisons to other point guards around the league, like the likes of Russell Westbrook. Let's start off with Russell Westbrook. The difference between Damian Lillard and Russell Westbrook and the trajectory of their careers and what their legacy is going to be are fairly different. Even though Russell Westbrook in his career has had overall more team success than the likes of Damian Lillard, the way that they've had those periods of success have been vastly different. When you look at Damian Lillard's career, the best person he's played with was with LaMarcus Aldridge for 2 years. His first 2 years in the league, or 3 years, and then LaMarcus Aldridge bounced in 2015 after he saw that Damian Lillard was starting to outshine him and gonna eventually be the number one option on this team. That is the Portland Trailblazers. So he bounced. He went to San Antonio. Then after that, the best player he's played with is CJ McCollum. And CJ McCollum, he's a good player, but he's not a superstar. When you look at Westbrook and a lot of other players in the league, honestly, Westbrook has played with superstars. He's gotten to play with the likes of James Harden, Kevin Durant, both of them at one point. He's played with Paul George in OKC. He's played with Bradley Beal now in Washington. Whereas you look at Damian Lillard, that's really all he's had. CJ McCollum and LaMarcus Aldridge, neither of whom are really superstars. LaMarcus Aldridge was coming to his own in Portland, and he was doing his thing before he bounced to San Antonio, and then he began a little bit of a decline 2 years in. But yeah, man, I think when you look at those two, you see that Damian Lillard has done a lot more with much, much, much less. And the same thing when you compare him to Stephen Curry. And I think that's the missing part of Damian Lillard's legacy and why he might be viewed as not as good as Steph Curry. Although there are some people that do believe he's better than Steph Curry. And you could argue that. I'm not saying that's a far-fetched argument. But in my opinion, I don't think he is. I think Steph obviously was the first to revolutionize the game and with his three-point shooting. I think, and when you look at their shooting splits, Stephen Curry's shooting splits are just still better than Damian Lillard's. But just having, the help that he had has helped shape the legacy that Steph Curry has had versus Damian Lillard, and how we picture the both of them cemented in, our ranking system, or so-called ranking system in the NBA. I believe that if Damian Lillard was able to get the help that Russell Westbrook has gotten in his career, and Stephen Curry has gotten in his career, and has had the opportunities that they have had. Granted, a lot of people will say that it was self-inflicted and whatnot by him staying in Portland. Portland has not been able to put a good enough team around him with another superstar, superstar level talent, showstopper talent. And that happened from him staying in Portland. I respect him for being loyal and staying in Portland, to be honest. That's a hard thing to do, to try to uproot your family and go somewhere else. That's a tough decision for anyone to make. And for him to make that decision to stay there, that says something about his character, his loyalty, whether it be blind loyalty, that's up to you to decide. I'm not here to discuss on that part of his career, but just overall, Dame Lillard, he deserves more, man. He really does. He deserves more, because this man's talent is going to waste in Portland, and they got to put a team around him. They gotta put something around him, pair him with somebody, because right now the only person he's helping out is himself. You look at this team. He didn't really get much help from the people that he's supposed to get help from. He got some from some of the supporting cast, but not his number one or his right hand man. So I think in order for his legacy to be viewed as one of the greatest point guards of all time, of which I feel like he has created a resume and earned the respect to be put in that conversation. Not the best, but one of the best. I think that he needs more team success, and a lot of that is out of his control at this point. So I don't know, man. His legacy is a little bit one of the more weird ones in the NBA, but I feel like if we take a second to look and digest and dissect it and compare it to a lot of these other guards in the NBA, you can really see the full picture of what his legacy looks like, what else needs to be done, what else he could have done versus what was out of his control. Man, I be getting sidetracked sometimes, but I don't know. I kind of like doing videos like this. Let me know if y'all like hearing my raw, unfiltered takes on videos like this in the comments section. If you want to see more of that, or if you want me to dive more into that topic with, you know, facts and just more content overall, rather than me just giving barbershop talk. And well, not really facts. Everything I'm saying is definitely facts, but you know, just giving y'all more of the statistics and things like that. So I don't know, just let me know in the comment section down below. So that's really all I had to say about this right now. I was just, you know, just talking, got on the mic to talk, make a video for y'all, and start pumping some more stuff out. That it's the summertime and your boy is graduated and got that degree in hand, and we got mad free time. So like I said, again, please leave a like and subscribe, help this channel grow. And until the next one, I'm out.